Hello, and welcome to a journey unlike any other. A journey through silence, through spaces once alive with laughter and footsteps, now echoing with a different kind of quiet. I'm truly glad you're here, because today, we're not just observing empty streets and shuttered cafes. We're stepping into the heart of a continent in transition. Together, we'll uncover the surprising and dramatic decline of tourism across Europe, a phenomenon that has left even the most iconic destinations unrecognizable. Imagine the world's most bustling squares, once filled with the hum of conversation and the click of cameras, suddenly falling silent. What happens when the crowds vanish and the selfie sticks are packed away? Today, we'll explore 10 magnificent countries that, in 2025, find themselves eerily empty. Places where history lingers in the air, but the people are gone. But this story isn't just about numbers or lost revenue. It's about the people whose livelihoods depend on visitors, the cultures shaped by centuries of exchange, and the very soul of these remarkable places. So I invite you to join me with an open heart and a curious mind as we reflect on what these changes truly mean, not just for Europe, but for all of us who cherish travel and connection. If these stories move you, if you find yourself drawn to the mysteries and memories of these silent streets, please consider subscribing to support our exploration and to stay connected with this unfolding narrative. So, are you ready? Let's begin our journey. Our first stop is a place synonymous with passion, history, and unforgettable moments, a city that once pulsed with life. Or at least it used to be. Now, let's see what remains when the world stops watching and silence takes center stage. Italy, a country where every stone tells a story, where the air is thick with history, and where the sun seems to linger a little longer over ancient rooftops. From the rolling hills of Tuscany to the bustling heart of Rome, Italy has always been a place where life is celebrated in the open, in the piazzas, in the laughter echoing through narrow streets. But now, the land of La Dolce Vita grapples with an unnatural silence. The vibrant energy that once defined its cities has faded, replaced by a stillness that feels both surreal and haunting. The streets that once overflowed with locals and travelers alike now stand empty, as if holding their breath. Imagine the Roman Forum, once the beating heart of an empire, now so quiet that the only sound is the wind weaving through broken columns and wild grass. The echoes of ancient debates and celebrations have faded, leaving only the soft rustle of history. The Colosseum stands as a hollow shell, its grandeur somehow amplified by emptiness. Where once the roar of crowds filled the air, now only silence remains, making its arches seem even more imposing and timeless. The Spanish Steps are just steps now, stripped of their usual crowds and chatter. The Trevi Fountain, which once sparkled with coins and wishes from around the world, flows for no one, its waters whispering secrets to the night. In Venice, the gondolas are moored and still, their songs unsung, their journeys paused. The canals, usually alive with movement and music, reflect only the quiet facades of empty palazzos. Family-run trattorias and shops, the lifeblood of Italian neighborhoods, feel the economic toll acutely. The aroma of fresh espresso and baked bread no longer drifts through open doors. Generations of families see Chiuso signs on century-old doors, a symbol of resilience tested by uncertainty. These doors, once open to friends and strangers alike, now stand as silent witnesses to a pause in tradition. Italy's identity, so deeply intertwined with welcoming the world, feels fundamentally shifted. The plazas and cafes, once the stage for daily life and connection, now echo with absence. To see it so quiet is to see a friend in difficult times. A friend who has always been there, vibrant and alive, now facing a moment of reflection and vulnerability. It makes you wonder, when the noise returns, will it ever sound the same? Will the laughter, the music, the footsteps of millions fill these spaces with the same joy and hope as before? The echo in the Colosseum is more than just a sound. It's a question mark over Italy's future, a reminder of both its fragility and its enduring spirit. The stones have seen centuries of change, and they wait patiently for life to return. As we leave this quiet chapter behind and move on to our next destination, we carry with us the hope that Italy's echoes will soon be joined by new voices, new stories, and the return of La Dolce Vita. Oh, Paris, the city that has inspired poets, artists, and dreamers for centuries. As the first rays of sunlight spill over the rooftops, the city awakens, But today it stirs in a different way. The City of Light now whispers instead of waltzing along the Seine. The gentle lapping of the river replaces the laughter and music that once echoed from its banks. The bridges, usually bustling with footsteps and stories, now stand silent, arching gracefully over still waters. The Champs-Élysées feels impossibly wide in its emptiness, its grand avenues stretching out like open arms, waiting for the world to return. The familiar hum of traffic and chatter is gone, replaced by the soft rustle of leaves and the distant coo of pigeons. The Eiffel Tower twinkles into a void, its light sparkling for an audience that isn't there. In Montmartre, artists still sketch, but their canvases capture empty squares and silent streets, their inspiration tinged with longing. The neighborhood boulangeries are quiet, the scent of fresh bread lingering in the air, but the morning rush is missing. The buzz of cafes, once alive with conversation and clinking cups, has been replaced by a gentle hush, as if the city itself is holding its breath. For communities depending on tourism, this is an existential crisis. Souvenir shops stand shuttered, their shelves gathering dust, and hotel lobbies echo with the absence of travelers' laughter and stories. The culture of hospitality, so deeply ingrained in the French spirit, is being tested like never before. Restaurant tables are set, waiting for guests who may not arrive, while hotel staff stand ready, hopeful for the return of visitors. Paris's beauty is undeniable, its landmarks as breathtaking as ever, but its true soul was always found in the mix of people who loved it, the artists, the lovers, the locals, and the travelers who brought the city to life. Without them, Paris feels lonely, like a gracious host whose guests have all gone home, leaving behind only memories and echoes of laughter. The city waits, longing for the day when its streets will once again be filled with life and love. But for now, we say au revoir to Paris and continue our journey to another vibrant land, carrying with us the hope that one day the city's joyful spirit will return in full. Spain. A country sizzling with life now faces a disrupted rhythm. The Costa del Sol's beaches are vast, empty stretches of sand. Barcelona's Las Ramblas is a solitary stroll, and Madrid takes a long siesta. The Prado Museum's galleries are hushed, and the Plaza Mayor is for quiet contemplation. Family-run chiringuitos and flamenco tablaos struggle. The loss of tourism is a loss of connection and Spanish spirit. Spain without its crowds is still beautiful, but it feels incomplete. Like a flamenco dancer waiting for the music, Spain aches for the sound of the guitar. Onward to our next destination. Greece. The cradle of Western civilization now whispers of empty harbors and quiet tavernas. Santorini's sunsets see a smaller, solemn audience. The Plaka district in Athens is navigable with unsettling ease. Family-run businesses, the backbone of Greek hospitality, face immense strain. The Greek concept of the love of strangers is fundamental. To be unable to practice this is a blow to their identity. Greece, without the world coming to its shores, feels like a grand party missing its guests. Let's explore another corner of Europe. Portugal, a nation of and stunning coastlines. Lisbon's Tram 28 now trundles with empty seats and Alfama is quieter. Fado singers perform for smaller crowds, the magic harder to find. Porto's Ribeira district feels subdued, and wine cellars echo with emptiness. Local artisans from ceramicists to cork producers face fading crafts. Portugal's gentle charm feels like a beautiful book with no readers. The country waits with melancholic hope for the world to rediscover it. Let's continue our journey. Croatia, the pearl of the Adriatic. Dubrovnik's limestone streets are startlingly empty. The city walls feel like a sleeping kingdom's guardians. The vibrant energy of the Stradun is gone, impacting the local economy. Along the Dalmatian coast, islands like Hvar are tranquil retreats. Split feels like a living museum closed for the day. The Croatian people, known for warmth and hospitality, face preservation challenges. The silence along the Adriatic is peaceful but laced with uncertainty. Let's move to our next destination. Austria. Vienna feels like a grand ballroom after the music stops. Schönbrunn Palace's gardens are immaculate but empty. The Vienna State Opera's seats are often empty, impacting arts and hospitality. Coffeehouses miss their international clientele, altering the atmosphere. Salzburg's Mirabell Palace Gardens are quiet, and tour buses are absent. Austria's blend of high culture and hospitality feels in hibernation. Culture is meant to be shared, not preserved behind glass. Austria waits patiently for the second act to begin. Onward to our next stop. Germany. The Brandenburg Gate watches over a peaceful Pariser Platz. Berlin's vibrant spirit feels introspective, with fewer visitors. Museum Island is no longer a bustling hub, and nightlife has lost its international flavor. Bavaria's Neuschwanstein Castle sees smaller tour groups. Oktoberfest, if it happens, is a subdued affair. Medieval towns like Rothenburg feel as if they've stepped back in time. Germany's identity isn't reliant on tourism, but the absence is a palpable loss. The country waits for the world to return and add cheerful energy. Let's continue our journey. Switzerland. The mountain resorts face a new kind of challenge. The silence of the Alps is deeper, more profound. Cogwheel trains run with fewer carriages, and cable cars carry more locals. Small businesses in mountain communities feel the absence of global travelers. Geneva feels less international, and Zurich's streets are quieter. Switzerland's scenery remains spectacular, but the experience is enhanced by sharing it. The country offers peace and solitude, now in abundance. Switzerland waits for the world to return and fill its valleys with sound. Onward to our final destination. The Netherlands. Amsterdam's canals reflect gabled houses with glassy perfection. The city's energy depended on tourism, now revealed in its absence. The red light district is quiet, and coffee shops are subdued. Museums like the Rijksmuseum and Anne Frank House feel heavier in silence. Tulip fields and windmills see fewer visitors, impacting local traditions. The Dutch concept of gezelligheid, a cozy atmosphere, feels lost. Amsterdam's vibrant culture is in suspended animation, longing for the world's return. Let's conclude our journey. And so our journey comes to an end. Thank you for exploring this quieter Europe with me. It's a reminder of how interconnected we are and the power of travel. This story is about human connection, not just empty streets. Share your experiences and hopes for travel in the comments. If this conversation moved you, consider subscribing to support us. Thank you for your time and company. Until next time, take care and keep dreaming of the road ahead. Goodbye for now.